the still hours of the night, when the world retreats into silence and dreams take form, an intricate process unfolds deep within the living tissue of our brains. This story is one of transformation, a tale of how sleep, that mysterious and often underestimated state, rewrites the very fabric of memory. Within the landscape of the sleeping mind, memories are not simply stored, but reassembled, reimagined, and refined through processes that echo the artistry of a master editor. Imagine the brain as a vast, intricate city. By day, a bustling metropolis of thoughts, ideas, and sensory experiences fills the streets. Roads and alleys represent the pathways of our memories, each one a trace of a moment, a lesson, or an emotion. As dusk falls, however, a new regime begins. The city does not come to a standstill. Rather, it embarks on a silent renovation, orchestrated by sleep itself. During slow-wave sleep, also known as deep sleep, the brain enters a phase of calm, yet profound transformation. In this time, the cells that store our experiences begin to converse in a language of electrical pulses. Neurons communicate through slow, deliberate rhythms that not only consolidate new information, but also sift through the remnants of the day. This process is akin to a careful librarian, meticulously organizing books on high shelves, ensuring that each memory is placed in its rightful order within the vast archive of the mind. At a microscopic level, these neural networks weave together the events of our daily lives, repairing, strengthening, and editing the slides of our memory. It is here, in the quiet depths of slow-wave sleep, that the brain distinguishes between what is essential and what is not, discarding trivial information and polishing moments of significance. Imagine a painter stepping back from a nearly finished canvas, delicately erasing unwanted smudges and enhancing the portrait with subtle strokes of color. In this nocturnal atelier, the brain becomes both artist and editor, crafting the mosaic of who we are. As the night matures, the stage shifts to REM sleep, a period of rapid eye movement that brings with it a surge of activity. In REM sleep, the brain's storytelling flourishes. It is not merely a time for repair, it is a time for creative integration. The fleeting fragments of our experiences, once stored away like scattered puzzle pieces, are now gathered and reassembled in innovative patterns. This is the realm of dreams, where the logical is intertwined with the imaginative, and the harsh edges of reality are softened by the gentle brush of fantasy. Here, the mind is free to explore beyond the constraints of waking logic, testing hypotheses, and crafting new associations that ultimately enrich our memory. In REM sleep, our brains function like an experimental laboratory, recombining the bits and pieces stored during the day to generate novel insights. Researchers have discovered that during this phase, our minds forge connections that might otherwise remain dormant, linking together disparate ideas into a harmonious narrative. Picture a composer working with fragments of melody and rhythm, piecing together a symphony that resonates deeply within the listener's soul. Such is the power of REM sleep, a process that not only cements our memories, but also imbues them with creativity and emotion. Yet, this nightly editing comes at a cost when sleep is deprived. When the delicate balance of slow-wave and REM sleep is disrupted, the brain's capacity to consolidate memory suffers. Picture the meticulously organized library thrown into disarray, the carefully aligned books haphazardly strewn about the floor. In the absence of sufficient sleep, the connections between neurons become weakened, and the processes that safeguard our treasured memories falter. The recall of information blurs, and not only are new experiences less likely to be properly recorded, but old memories begin to fade like photographs left too long under a relentless sun. Science tells us that sleep deprivation is detrimental, not only to our ability to remember, but also to our capacity to learn, adapt, and process emotions. Without the restorative force of sleep, the mind loses its ability to perform the ongoing maintenance necessary for memory retention. It is as if the brain's elegant editor is forced to rush through its work, leaving behind fragments and errors that accumulate over time. This is why, after a night of insufficient sleep, even the simplest tasks can feel overwhelmingly challenging. The fundamental building blocks of memory and understanding have not been allowed to solidify. Imagine you are a scholar, laboring over a manuscript filled with intricate ideas. Throughout the day, you have gathered insights, notes, and inspirations like scattered seeds. With each passing hour, these seeds are sown within the fertile ground of your mind. Yet, without the passage of a full night's sleep, many of these seeds fail to take root, their potential lost in the harsh light of day. It is during the careful, deliberate cycles of sleep that these seeds transform into flourishing thoughts, a process that reveals the true extent of our capacity to learn and grow. In this quiet interplay between wakefulness and sleep, the brain is engaged in a perpetual dance, a dance of restoration, innovation, and creation. Each phase of sleep contributes its unique role. Slow-wave sleep lays the groundwork by stabilizing and preserving new memories, while REM sleep illuminates the possibilities of those memories by allowing them to evolve and merge with the broader narrative of our lives. Together, they form a seamless cycle of discovery and renewal that is essential not only to our mental well-being, but also to the very essence of our identity. As the night unfolds, so too does the story of our mind's inner workings. The neural networks, once brimming with the remnants of countless experiences, undergo a transformation that is at once subtle and profound. There is beauty in the randomness of our thoughts, in the delicate interplay of signals that cross and recross, in the moments of quiet reflection that pave the way for lucid dreams. In recalling past events, the brain not only revisits them, but also recontextualizes them, casting them in a new light that can alter our perspective and influence future choices. Within every dream, every silent moment of slow wave and REM sleep, lies the opportunity for reinvention. With each cycle, the brain revisits the tapestry of our experiences with a fresh perspective, editing and rewriting our recollections as if composing a living document. This nocturnal edit is not merely a passive act of preservation, but an active and ongoing dialogue between the past and the future, a conversation that shapes our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Envision the brain as a wise editor, entrusted with the sacred duty of preserving the essence of who we are. In its quiet workshop, memories are not simply archived, they are transformed and imbued with context, nuance, and emotion. The brain selects the best parts of our day, refines them, and integrates them into the repository of our lifelong story. Each edited memory is a testament to the ceaseless creativity of our inner world, a story refined over time through countless nights of dedicated labor. Consider for a moment the memory of a cherished conversation, a moment of shared laughter, or even a solitary walk beneath a twilight sky. When first experienced, these moments are raw and unpolished, a simple recording of events. Yet, through the nuanced process of sleep, these memories gain depth. Gradually, they are pruned of the extraneous details, while the emotional core is accentuated. The result is a memory that is not only more vivid, but also more meaningful, an edited version of reality that helps guide us in our waking life. This scientific symphony, however, comes with a critical caveat. The harmony can only be achieved if the cycle of sleep remains undisturbed. The interplay between slow-wave sleep and REM sleep is delicate. Each phase relies on the other to ensure that memories are not only consolidated, but also integrated into a coherent personal narrative. Should one be lost, such as in nights marked by sleep deprivation, the entire system suffers. The results are clear: diminished recall, slower learning, and a reduced capacity to adapt emotionally. In such a state, the brain's ability to serve as a skilled editor is compromised, its narrative left fragmented and incomplete. In these moments, it becomes apparent that sleep is more than a period of rest. It is the necessary pause during which the brain engages in its most creative work, the rewriting of memory. Without sufficient sleep, the mind loses its chance to revise and refine, and the tapestry of our experiences becomes frayed at the edges. The beauty of our memories, once clear and vibrant, can blur with time, each forgotten detail, a missing piece of our personal mosaic. It is in the embrace of sleep that our cognitive abilities are restored and our spirits renewed. As the night nears its end, the cycle of sleep begins its subtle transition toward wakefulness. The final chapters of the night's narrative have been written in whispers of neural dialogue, leaving behind an edited version of the day's raw material. Like the gentle rays of dawn that break through the darkness, the newly organized memories arise, ready to guide us through another day. The brain, having fulfilled its nocturnal duty, now stands as a polished manuscript, its pages both familiar and refreshingly new. In this transformation, we witness the true wonder of sleep. It is more than a biological necessity. It is an art form, a process of profound editing and rejuvenation. The brain, in its quiet elegance, redefines what we remember. Every night, it breathes life into long-forgotten moments, and refines the edges of recent experiences, ensuring that each memory is as resilient and meaningful as possible. Thus, the story of sleep and memory is one of intricate design, a dance between chaos and order. It reminds us that while the mind may collect a myriad of experiences throughout the day, it is during the long hours of sleep that these experiences are transformed into lasting knowledge. In the quiet, unhurried progression of sleep, the brain is both editor and storyteller, weaving a narrative that is as complex as it is beautiful. So, as the night embraces you and the cycle of sleep begins anew, remember that you are not simply laying your head down to rest. You are giving your mind the gift of transformation, a precious chance to let the quiet magic of sleep rewrite the story of your life. Every edited memory is a step forward, a refined piece of the intricate mosaic that forms your unique journey. Sleep, then, is the brain's gentle reminder that even in the silence of night, there are moments of profound creativity and renewal. In the eternal dialogue between wakefulness and slumber, between experience and recollection, lies the exquisite power of memory, edited, reimagined, and reborn with every rising sun.